Te sei una
Sì.
Yes. Yeah, I am. Hi, dolls! Welcome back, and if you were new, hello, my name is Jessie, and today we're going to react to Season 2, Episode 2 of Prisma, OCRA. I am so excited to be back. We have the entire full series again. Thanks to Ophelia. Thank Ophelia down in the comments. It is because of awesome Patreons like Ophelia that we do shows like this. There are a lot of people asking about the Patreon, so I just want to take a second to be clear about that. In the description down below of this video, you can find a link to what is called Patreon. Patreon is a website that creators use to post full unedited videos or different content that they don't want to put on YouTube. It's a small fee depending on what tier level you sign up for. On the Patreon, you can get the complete first series and soon to be complete second series. I'm not quite done with it yet, but it will be in full by the end of the week, fully unedited over on Patreon. So go check it out. I am going to do my best to try and edit these as quickly as I can. I cannot promise that I will be able to edit them like that, but I will be editing them like crazy, trying to finish by Thursday so that I can do Bridgerton, which just got blocked completely, and I am very upset about it. I'm trying to dispute that right now with Netflix and trying to edit these. Therefore, because of the dispute, it was involving music. I hope my first episode of this doesn't get blocked because I was dancing to Chapel Roan. I am going to be doing a very quick, very brief, that is what quick means, edit. And again, if you want the fully unedited version, it's over on Patreon. But in fear of this being blocked because of music, because of copyright, I'm going to start doing really, really brief, quick edits. I spent 3 hours on each Bridgerton video, and now all 4 of them are blocked, so freaking sucks, but that's where we're at. Again, fully unedited over on Patreon, so go check it out. I want to see what happens to Daniele. Let's jump in and find out what happens. I am wearing my Pride shirt. This is the Pride shirt that I was talking about that I got at Asbury, hand painted. It's really pretty. It's actually the first video I wore it in. It's very appropriate. Let's jump in, but before we do, don't forget to throw a like up or dislike if you do not like what you see, but comment down below and why. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We do fun things here for you. Link double to be notified when I upload new videos, and don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. It is $5 a month, it's only $1.25 a week. It is all of my unedited reactions of everything that we do on YouTube. In addition, don't forget to follow us on all social media at @star_productions or at Jessie Dobbie for Twitter. Link is in the description below for the Redbubble and TeePublic pages, where you can find the awesome merch that our brother Ray has created for the reactions that Jay and I do. See, sometimes that goes on flawlessly. You know what it is? I don't know if you could tell by my voice. I haven't taken my allergy pill yet. This should be interesting. Without further ado, this is Season 2, Episode 2 of Prisma, OCRA. I just realized that dun does it 6 times and there's 6 letters in Prisma.
Che fai? Se lo faccio mia madre smette. Tua sorella.
Oh, I was gonna say, so that's her sister, okay.
Perché mi avete da ieri sera? Ti ho vista con Daniele. Nina, ti sei portata a letto il mio ex.
Fair enough.
No, infatti.
You did. Alright, so he's okay. Dude, you slept with his girlfriend. I think he was just triggered by what he said about Andrea. It doesn't translate the text messages. It only translates what it's hearing. So I have to translate it. Unless there's something I'm missing. Che caso hai detto a tuo fratello? What the f did you tell your brother? He didn't tell him anything. He saw the message. They just don't know it. Nothing, because probably he knows. Think we. That's what it translates to. No, that's not the right translation, Google.
Io mi sono rotto i coglioni da mattinetta, hai capito?
Sei un pagliaccio, sei un pagliaccio!
Te lo dico no.
Like for good or right now? Just say
Senti,
it.
ti passo che parliamo un attimo quando torni? Ok.
He is a very patient person, because I'm telling you right now, I would have been like, we need to talk this second.
Voglio dare dei fiori a Vanessa. Ci ho salvato.
Bad baby Andrea.
Vuoi che ce ne andiamo al Circeo?
I'm happy that her mother's being supportive and not judging her.
Non male.
Is there a shopping cart in there?
Mio fratello, te l'ho detto, stavo al benzinaio e c'è stava un pazzo che mi voleva pigliare i soldi.
Vabbè.
It's like, sure, sweetie. Whatever you say.
Intanto l'unico che si è appaccato qua sei te. Ma che cazzo c'entra? C'avevo 12 anni. Beh.
You're both tools.
Tranquilla, sono del club.
Che me frega, la piscina è chiusa. Sei quello che si è aperto il braccio, vero?
30 vasche ho finito. Promesso.
30 laps is a lot of laps. She's nice. I'd be like, you get 3.
Ti pare che quando compagni ti fece? È andata così male ieri sera.
She's so traumatized by it, but when it's not happening, she gets it.
Solitamente 33% va alla DVN, 33% va a me e 33% va a voi.
66% they have to give away right off
Oh
the
ragazzi, è una
bat.
formula standard, eh? Dov'è Guaso?
I mean, companies take a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. Patreon, over 20% of everything that I make, like right off the bat.
Ehi,
Just to see her
che vuoi fare?
smile.
Sì, te lo volevo
She's
parlare.
gonna want to move schools. Cuando is when in Spanish, but when you come back. Cuando, when, como, how, donde, tells, where. That's how white people are in Spanish.
Si vedono?
Is she really that bothered by it?
Te sei una
Sì.
Yes. Yeah, I am.
Lascia avvicinare lei, non tacco là.
Too late.
Mm.
I think she's already
Ci vediamo a
attached.
scuola.
Mother. There's so many texts. I'm not coming back. I sleep at Boncio's. You know that he asked to talk to you. Clearly it was important. I guess he's just not ready to have that conversation yet.
Già da delle dimissioni. Con 2.
I wonder what they're
Sono scena
saying.
lì,
It's not
dai.
pick 2. I can't figure out what's going on. See you and can you explain? I hope his answer is yes. Just yes. Leave me alone. Now he feels it. You. It's all your fault. It's not all his fault, but it's a lot of your fault.
E poi perché non andate?
Oh, go Andrea.
Cerco semplicemente di non espormi troppo, Nick, dai.
You don't have to be trans to stand up for it.
Ma vedi che si vede, eh?
Oh, I could just point
Dai.
at my shirt.
Adesso chiamo la polizia e vi faccio arrestare tutti quanti.
Dice che sta chiusa lì da 2 giorni. Te sai niente, ma?
He sees that it's hurting her. She hurt Marco and was deceitful and it was really up. But she is being attacked by people that she doesn't even know for something that she did not do, which is put that video out into the world.
Andrea, io vorrei che prima o poi tu ci parlassi con la mamma.
His dad's cool as My dad would be like, I'm not lying to your mom, you crazy? Telling
No,
her
vabbè, chiamateli
immediately
guardia.
after
Sì,
this
sì, però guarda, guarda.
conversation is over.
La polizia per 50 ragazzi seduti per terra. Noi ce ne andiamo, arrivederci.
We're leaving, goodbye.
In realtà mi sto informando per cambiare
Knew
scuola.
it. She wanted to change
Che cazzo
schools.
dici? Posso essere sincera?
It's gonna follow you.
Il video rispunta fuori in 2 minuti.
Yep.
Oh, cioè, se la pensiamo quale è giù.
I don't like Nina and Nicole together. I don't want them together.
Allora?
Ciao.
Bello.
Hey,
Belli, raga.
bump
Bella
your
Vitto.
nose. What's funny is it's kind of Daniele's fault. He didn't send the message. Marco never would have saw it.
Da un mese che ti aspetto.
She's gonna break her heart.
Gina, sei in casa?
Grandpa, look at your birds.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Stavamo usando la bicicletta della nonna.
Oh, my grandpa's that stupid. Both of you? How are both of you on the exercise bike? It's beautiful there. Get to typing, Jessie. Oh my god, there's only 9 minutes left. These episodes go so fast because they're so good. Ho, I need to talk to you. We can see you tomorrow. I think he's gonna say yes because I think he's starting to feel sympathetic to her situation now. At first, his own feelings and emotions were getting in the way, but now that he's like, wait, she's like hiding out, he still cares about her. I heard you're not very well. I'm sorry. If you want to talk. And then I got interrupted.
No, vabbè, ma tu non stai bene.
Do
Tanto a te
you
che te
not
frega,
know what
scusa.
he did?
A me de quello che fai non me ne frega più un cazzo.
Huh.
Grazie, Andrea. Fammeli mettere nell'acqua.
Little
Scemo tu.
dislocated his shoulder, maybe?
Vengo a lavorare in vetreria.
He wants to see Daniele. All right, you want to talk to me? I will infiltrate your job. I'm ready. They hired you in the end. Yes. He answered. He said, leave me alone. And I texted him and he answered. All right, there you have it. Episode 2, OCRA. Very good episode. I feel like what they're trying to show with these flashbacks, and we got a few childhood flashbacks in the last season too, is that Andrea was never very caring towards Marco. He was never very protective towards Marco. He wasn't a very good brother to Marco. It's frustrating when you have these situations of this happening when they were younger and then growing up and seeing how Andrea tries to be like the protector and keep Marco safe, and you know, I have my together and you don't, but that's okay. It's very hypocritical and it makes Marco feel very demeaned, I feel. Especially in this situation, Andrea, don't make everything about you. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really don't think that Marco punching Daniele has anything to do with Andrea. I think that he said what he said to Daniele about Andrea to get a rise out of him. I think he hit him because he his girlfriend. He was in love with Carola. He loved her. He really, 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 really did. And Daniele knew that. And again, after everything that Marco did for the music video and the time that he sacrificed and the effort that he put into it, and them knowing that he was with Carola, that Carola was going to the swim meets and all of that, you then go and do what you did. It was deceitful. It was wrong. It was messed up. I don't understand how Andrea can't see that. Is it not common knowledge that Marco was seeing Carola? Andrea knew. I don't know. This is my thing. Andrea knew that Marco was seeing Carola, and there's no way in hell that Andrea has not seen the video of Daniele and Carola. So why the hell are you questioning why Marco did what he did? I don't know. It's just me. I feel like it's such a weird thing to be like, what did you do that for? And then again, to make it all about yourself. Like, oh, nothing was happening between Daniele and I. It's like, I don't care if there is. I hit him because he slept with my girl. I think that Andrea should have had the conversation with Marco about coming out. Clearly, he is not ready, or they. I should say they, because I said at the end of the last episode, I'm going to start saying they. They're not ready to do so. What is becoming a little more comfortable though is showing up to queer rallies, hanging out with queer people and queer friends, which is good because again that kind of like eases them into the situation. We have bestie Nina coming into the class and being like, are you coming? They would not have gone. They would not have gone if Nina didn't show up. And I love that they show the teacher like, why are you people not going? Like, hey, everybody can be a part of this, even, you know, even teachers, he had the little I don't know what that's called, but the little thing that the priests have. I think that Andrea looked at him like, oh, you're okay with this? Like, you support this even? Oh, and it made them feel a little more comfortable with what was happening. So I think that the more that they involve themselves into those situations, the more Jacopo is possibly friends and talks to them and kind of has, again, Nina bring him into these situations. I think that Andrea will be more comfortable with coming out. We also have the talk with his dad. Hey, you got to tell mom soon. I'm not going to keep covering for you. So it is all learning experience, and you do need to do it when you are ready and prepared to do it. But there are a bunch of situations that are only going to escalate and get worse the longer it's not said. I love the conversation between Andrea and Nina. I knew that they were going to fix their shit. She's like, why are you such an ass? And he's just like, sorry. I don't know. I love the dynamic between the two of them. I think it's hysterical. I do think that what Andrea said to Nina is very important. Be careful of Nicole. She is only or what did they say? Like her, but don't get attached or something like that. It was something along the lines of that. Like her, you can like her, but don't get attached. And they know firsthand. So it scares me that we see Nina just like completely falling into Nicole. Her saying, you know, I hate you. I've waited for you for a month. And they're just like making out and giggling. And I know that Nicole's going to break her heart. I know it. I know it. And it's like a slow train wreck. And it's scaring me because I love Nina. Daniele is dealing with a lot of with all the music stuff going on. Vito is really frustrating because we have these moments in the last season where they're like, it's totally cool if you hook up with a guy, whatever. And he was like, I hooked up with a guy. And now he's calling him it, and that's not cool. And you could clearly see it is getting into Daniele's head, and this is why I started pushing Andrea away. Obviously at the end here we have this C. Are you still hired there or whatever? See, if Daniele really wanted to push Andrea away, he wouldn't have even answered, but clearly they still want the connection. So that's why, again, I think we see Andrea smiling here. But it's you just really have to be careful what you say to people. You really have to be careful with the words that you use, the terminology you use, because you saying it like it's nothing and it's not a big deal literally changed the dynamic of how Daniele was thinking and how he was treating Andrea. And Vito didn't even know. So it's like, don't say that to people. You don't know how it's affecting them. The music situation, as I said, dude, 15.6% Patreon takes out, another 5% when I transfer the money to my account, roughly 20% that gets taken out for taxes that has nothing to do with that. So like at the end of the day, people are sometimes like, oh my God, your prices are amazing. And I'm like, thank you. But then sometimes people for the request tiers on Patreon are like, oh my God, they're so high. And I'm like, I get maybe half of that. Like maybe half of that. It's a lot. Fees when you work for companies or when you have a head over you for certain situations, they take out a lot of fees. But 66%, like even me with Patreon, that's like 35-40 roughly percent that I'm getting taken out. 66%, but it's hard because when you're an up and coming group, you want to do what you can do to get your name out there. Is it worth the risk? Do we jump and take this risk? But for 5 years too. That's the other thing. You have to remember it's for 5 years. Is it worth it? I don't know. Are they going to do it? I think so. We'll have to wait and see. I honestly thought it was going to be a bigger problem than that. I thought they were going to be like, listen, the whole thing with the video and everything, even though we said it's not a big deal, we still don't want Daniele. I thought they were going to say that, but apparently they're not. We find out that Akemi is Jun's sister. So that should be interesting because she was kind of giving Nina eyes. So I'm curious to see what happens there. And Marco's just sad. Poor Marco is sad. Now, this just clicked. We have Carola texting Marco saying, hey, can I talk to you? And he messaged back, I've heard that you're going through a lot. And was going to say, yeah, where do you want to meet? But then got interrupted by Andrea. So I don't know if he ever sent the text message, if he's going to remember to send it, if he didn't. And I'm just really worried about Carola because she wants to switch schools. But Nina's right. That's going to follow you wherever you go. That's literally, it just happened in the show that I'm watching. I don't want to spoiler alert, so I won't say what. But it's this other show that I'm reacting to, the same thing. The kid had an incident at the school. He switched schools. And then within like a few months, everybody figured out what had happened at the other school because it's like only you guys live on the freaking internet. So yeah, Carola, that's not going to help, sweetie. At least here you've kind of processed it, been through it. Everybody's starting to get over it and ignore it. And you have your friends here and a good support system. But overall, fantastic episode. I am sorry that I'm going to have to really pinch this edit, but I really don't want the videos to start getting blocked because then if they get blocked, it takes a month to dispute it and then nobody gets to see it and then hours of my work are pointless. So if you want the fully unedited version, go check out the Patreon. And until the next reaction, so long everyone. Try and make someone smile today. You never know when they might need it next. Bye.